This is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Jay Will, and I'm down to dunk.
They have. Here we go.
I'm Isaiah Hartenstein, and I'm down to dunk.
I hope savior of basketball has won.
Well, the Dortcher Chamber has been going pretty well.
I'm Aaron Wiggins, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Chet Holmgren, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Mark Dagnall, and I'm down to dunk.
He just does a big smile and
I feel blessed by God to be here with down to dunk, be here with you.
I'm Alex Caruso, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm AJ Mitchell, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Isaiah Joe, and I'm down to dunk.
Oh, jeez. Are you going to sing it good enough for me to guess it, or?
Panhandle. Jeez. I'm tweaking.
Name 2 famous Oklahomans.
Myself and Jalen Williams.
Is that a crazy answer?
All my friends call me Bob.
Where's Rachel? Unique story. You lived a whole life.
Plain.
This is Kason Wallace, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Lou Dort, and I'm down to Dort.
True-blood Oklahoma.
That's right.
Pretty exciting, if you ask me.
This is J-Dub, world champion J-Dub, and I'm down to dunk. And eat burgers.
Welcome to Down to Dunk. I'm your host, Andrew Schlecht. We're part of the Athletic Podcast Network. Before I get to my good friend, Michele Berra, I want to tell you about 2 other friends of mine, Aaron and Drew Reese of Shelter Insurance. Are you injured? Give Aaron a call or text today, 405-773-5500, or Drew, 405-478-7714 today. Still storm season, a little windy out there. Be sure that you are covered by somebody that knows what they're doing and somebody that can help save you money, which is Aaron and Drew Reese, and 2 guys that can talk to you about how excited they are about the Lakers Thunder series. So give them a call or text today. Support the people that support Down to Dunk. With me on a Monday afternoon is my good friend Michele Berra. Michele, what's up?
Well, I've watched some horrible offense for the past few days, and I also watched some, I would say, pretty basketball to some degree. I mean, I'm not.
Okay.
We'll talk about the Lakers in a minute, but I watched Game 7 of Philly and Boston. I mean, did you enjoy Philly? I kind of did. I kind of saw Paul George being back at playoff B for a few minutes. VJ Edgecombe played Game 7 like it was nothing.
Yeah,
Maxey, if you like Shea, you probably like Maxey to some degree.
He's awesome. Maxey's awesome.
Yeah,
He's very
that game was really fun. I had fun.
Yeah,
and also
it's fun watching the Celtics lose too. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the Celtics. I just mind Jaylen Brown.
Yeah,
and also what the heck, coach? I mean, what is the thought process there? You have good players, proven players. You just go with 2.5 players that should not be in any playoff rotation, and you start them both.
It was very, very weird. It was very, very weird. You could kind of get his logic, but it's why are you being cute for Game 7? Really? What's happening? That was weird. That was very weird. Congrats to Philly. Congrats to our friends at the Rice Turkey Sanchez and our friends over at Unoball for the victory, because that's a big deal. That is the only good team and a Joel Embiid Sixers team has ever beaten in the playoffs right there. So shout out to them.
And Joel was good. Joel was very good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many minutes he can play after this, but hey.
You did something you weren't supposed to do. So, you know what? All gravy from here. The Knicks are good too. So that I hope we get a good series out of that. I think we will. And you know what? Set it on Friday. You just take PEDs at the end of the season. You sit and recover and get yourself prepared for the playoffs. You're completely rested. Not a bad plan, especially if you're making $50 million. You can afford to just take a nice chunk out of your salary. Great plan. Way to go. Okay, so Thunder Lakers tomorrow night in OKC. Feels like it's been forever since we've seen the Thunder play basketball. The only team to sweep a first-round series was the Thunder. The Lakers went up 3-0 and then got taken to a game 6. And it was not much of a contest in that one. But yeah, this is going to be pretty interesting to see what happens here with Thunder Lakers. I have 10 questions, 10 burning questions.
Burning.
They're burning.
Okay.
Just like my assumptions are burning. Okay, so we are going to answer all 10 of these questions. And then if you have time, maybe you can hang out with me. If you got to go, that's okay. I was going to answer some listener questions too. So, all right, question number 1. And this might be a simple answer, but I think we need to talk about who guards Shea on the Lakers. Because, listen, this is the biggest question because it's talking about how do you guard the MVP of the NBA? The Lakers just got done with a series where they had Kevin Durant in one of those games. And then they had to guard Reed Shepherd and Amin Thompson. And like those are the perimeter guys that they're having to stop. To Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, it's a pretty big step up. So how do they defend him? Obviously, you start with Marcus Smart, but if you're the Lakers and you're designing...
Or Luke Kennard, just to see, hey, let's do something that is unexpected.
You know, I would love for them to do the unexpected because I think that would lead to a lot of very efficient points for the Thunder. Okay, thoughts on how do the Lakers guard Shea in this series?
I mean, I think that the way in which they will try, at least at the beginning, to see if their one-on-one coverage works, like not in a horrible way. Maybe sending when Shea drives a little bit of help, especially with Dort's guy or with Hartenstein, like staying a little bit help maybe with the big. Maybe they will try to cheat also on Chat a little bit. But I mean, Marcus Smart, I think that you can try to see if he is just up for the challenge. Sorry, I need to move the camera a little bit, not in that direction, obviously. Okay, because I'm distracted by the fact that I have just half a face on camera. Anyhow, so I think that it's Smart one at the beginning. Maybe they don't have like personnel in the starting unit to just double him effectively. I don't think so. So yeah, I mean, you don't want to have LeBron James anywhere near, because of his capabilities, but because if you're not playing LeBron James 38 minutes and you start to have fouls, then you are dead. You're probably dead anyway, but this is just so maybe try to send some double with Rui Hachimura, which probably will be paired with Chet. But again, I'm not sure. They will probably cheat and try to pack the paint a little bit.
Yeah, that's something that I feel like JJ saw the Thunder do, and they certainly don't have the same personnel to have the same type of defense, but they do, in not a too dissimilar way, try to pack the paint and try to keep teams from driving to the hoop, which, again, it's going to be much harder with this Thunder team than it was against Houston.
Yeah.
Because you have one of the best driving guards in the league and another one in AJ Mitchell, who's also not too bad himself.
And if Jada plays, not too shabby either.
I mean, Dub, especially with the way he was looking, if he can get to that level, he looked pretty unstoppable. Like, you could make the argument that through the minutes that he played, that he looked like the best player for the Thunder. Like, you can get there now. You look at the way that Shea played the rest of the series, and it's like, okay, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. The MVP. I mean, Esper Henny on the NBA Daily this morning said that Shea's the MVP through round 1. Like, yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that should be that should be interesting to see. So, question number 2: who guards LeBron for the Thunder? I think you start with Lou Dort, but like how would you approach this version of LeBron, Michele?
With or without J-Dub?
Without J-Dub is how we'll probably need to think about it, at least for now.
I think that you start with Lou Dort and you go. I mean, you let him try to guard LeBron single coverage. You don't need to show him double. I mean, if you want to die, then showing him double teams it's exactly what you should do. I think that the next interesting thing is who guards Marcus Smart. Because if Chet is doing that, then probably they will try to go pick and roll heavy with LeBron and Marcus Smart. And if you have Chet guarding Ayton, then they will probably do that as well. So I think that you can try to cheat on Marcus Smart as much as you can in terms of three-point shooting and keeping Smart's defender as close to the rim as possible in order for him to be there if there is some help to be done on LeBron James. Even allowing Chet to switch on LeBron James on pick and rolls, that is not the end of the world, I think. You probably have to stay in the middle in terms of not allowing him a driving lane and being okay with him taking tons of threes. If he makes them, great for him. I'm not sure that is a good strategy for LA. I mean, it can be situational. He had like very good games in terms of the very good moments in games in terms of three-point shooting. So to me is not sending doubles, because otherwise you at least not early in the clock. When it's late and he's driving, then sure, do whatever you want. But try to have LeBron to have Dort there, and if there is a screen and roll, then allow the change. If it's Chet, allow if it's Shea or others, and try to flame as much as you can one-on-one. I don't think that you can post up Shea as your, hey, we'll do that for the entire game. I don't think that is a very satisfactory way of playing offense. So, I mean, start to accept try to force the pick and roll coverage. If you have to switch, then you switch. And then you have two guys at least on the bench that can play him. I think that Jay will, especially with another big, can have some minutes there. I think that Caruso will have his share because he can do that. I'm not sure if Kaysen is a guy that I will necessarily try on him because he's very strong. And either you try to limit his ball handling, so you put Kaysen against him and really try to push in terms of, hey, don't allow him to dribble. But if he gets the ball in post-up situation against Kaysen, then it's not a very good. That is not very good for OKC, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that makes total sense. I do think it's going to be a lot of Lou Dort. I do love the idea of having Chet be a roamer and his man technically being Marcus Smart, like you said. Yeah. And because iHeart has absolutely dismantled DeAndre Ayton. We'll get to Ayton later. But I do think like that particular matchup works. Yeah. I think that they obviously the ideal player to guard LeBron is J-Dub. Yeah. And we'll see where he's at here in the next few days. But I think that Lou Dort's not a bad guy to have guard. I think that Lou Dort, we saw it in round one. Like he's just more important in the playoffs. Like he's just like flat out more important, especially in like these high leverage matchups. And he'll continue to gain importance, I think, as the playoffs go along. Like you can see his value. And like we talked about against Phoenix, Lou was awesome. Yeah. Like he played it perfectly. He took the exact kind of shots he needed to. Even when he wasn't making shots, he wasn't taking a ton off the table because he wasn't having an outsized role as in the offense. And so it didn't ever really matter. Yeah. And then when he was making shots, it was just it was just all gravy. So
yeah. I wonder how Shea will do on Hachimura though. And I wonder if that is the matchup. Because if you think about the starting unit as the one that closed the first round series against Phoenix, then probably AJ Mitchell is a guy that you slide on either Austin Reeves or Kennard, and then there is just Hachimura. So I wonder.
I don't know if they can play Kennard and Reeves together.
No, either. I mean, I think that it's either Reeves if he's okay, or Kennard to start, and then you put AJ Mitchell on the guy who's starting, and then you have probably Hachimura and Smart. You can go Chet against Hachimura, and then you have probably a more proper matchup there, but you also have less opportunity to roam.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea of roaming and getting a little wonky with it. And also, like, what are you doing? You're going to post up Rui Hachimura? Like, if the Lakers decide that that's what they're going to do, you've already lost. Like, Rui's not the kind of guy you can throw the ball to 20 times a game. Like, where Rui is most dangerous is from the corners.
Yeah.
Like, he is a lethal corner 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
And so, like, that to me is the scariest part, which, if you do decide, hey, we're going to have AJ Mitchell cover him, we're going to have Shea cover him, like, those guys can do that job.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily, and I do think Rui can do some damage on the boards at times. He's not consistent with it though, so I don't know that he's that much of a worry. I think it's really just more about his 3-point shooting, which was good. In round 1, he shot 58% from 3 on almost 5 attempts. He was their best 3-point shooter by far. So if he can keep that up, will be a question. Question number 3. How healthy is Austin Reeves? He looked okay in these games. I think he looked better in the second game. He's now had a little bit more time to recover. He did not shoot it well at all. He shot 36% from the field, 16% from 3. He did get a lot of shots up, and he did get to the free throw line. So that to me is certainly a question about, like, where is his health going into this series, because it's going to matter quite a bit. Like, that, they do not have the firepower. They can't get away with what they did against the Rockets, against this Thunder team, with like Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart having these giant roles. Like, they need Austin Reeves and LeBron James to be their 2 best players. And it needs to, and those guys probably need to be 2 of the best 3 or 4 players in the series for them to have a shot at this. And if Austin Reeves isn't healthy enough to do that, then I would put this as, pretty close to a sweep. If he is not able to go at any level, that's like, he needs to be probably like the 3rd or 4th best player on the court at all times for this to work out at all for the Lakers.
Yeah, and I wonder how many minutes can he really play at that level. I mean, suppose that he is better, he can give you 20, 25. I'm not sure that is enough, even if he's the 3rd best player on 20 minutes. I mean, he has to be like stamina as well. And again, Reeves is surely a very good offensive player, but I wonder if he can really be effective defensively against AJ Mitchell, Shea, Dub, if he ever comes back. Because, I mean, we discussed at the beginning how they guard Shea. Probably one way you do it is to protect your guys playing a little bit of zone. I mean, OKC can surely be in a slump in terms of 3-point shooting, but they have like better players now in terms of 3-point shooting. They have AJ Mitchell, they have Isaiah Joe. So I wonder how much you can keep up with that. If he's okay offensively and they are able to play zone and like OKC struggles, then yes, it can be a series. Still.
Yeah. I think he's going to have just an absolutely killer series. The other thing is, like, he just turns the ball over like crazy against OKC.
Yeah.
It's almost four times a game for him alone. And like that, it will be one of my next questions is about the Lakers turnovers, but
I think
specifically, especially if he's,
Are they the most turnover prone throughout the playoffs so far?
Yeah,
The Lakers?
they're the most turnover. Yes, they're the most turnover prone team. They turned it over 17.7 times per game. That's the most of any team in the playoffs so far.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's a lot.
That
and
is.
That's with Austin missing time, and Austin can be one of the guys that turns it over the most for them.
Yeah.
So if you remember that last matchup against the Lakers, it was just an awful night for Lakers fans in general, because not only did you just get your butt kicked, but you lost Luka and Austin in the same night. But if you just rewind back and just watch some of that game before everybody went out, the Lakers could hardly get the ball up the court because they were being absolutely hounded by Lou Dort and Cason Wallace and Alex Cruz. They were just dominated by the Thunder. And then they happened to go down. And if you remember, people were like, why would JJ even put those guys back in the game? That was the question people were asking. Why would you play them? Because they were just getting dismantled. And I think the Thunder defense is going to be ratcheted up all the way in this one. You got so many eyes on you. You're on national television. Now we're in round 2. There's only 2 games every night. You don't have this. There's 2 games going on. We can flip-flop between games. Those guys know that. They know there's only 2 games. We're basically in the Elite 8 now for the NBA playoff. And there's only 2 games every night, and you're playing every other night. And you're playing the Los Angeles Lakers. And all eyes are on you as the potential repeat champion. And I think they're going to bring it defensively. And if Austin's not healthy, there's going to be big, big problems for the Lakers. Because the Thunder have the right kind of. No, Cason Wallace will be the guy that I would throw on Austin. I would just be like, Caso, go get him. You're going to make his.
And I wonder if he starts. OKC starting unit is not as flexible as the Celtics one, but it's pretty flexible. I think that if you see that you have Austin Reeves in the starting unit and you want to have to throw a punch immediately, it's not a bad idea to say, hey, AJ, you will come off the bench and just bring it when we downsize, because I think that they will do that. And you have Cason and Lou Dort harassing the ball handlers just constantly, going full throttle from the beginning. That is because in the end, you want to have Cason and Dort or Cason and Caruso on the court for long stretches where you just suffocate the other team in terms of point of attack defense. And you can play Cason long in the first quarter, and then having maybe the unit that works with Caruso, AJ Mitchell, Isaiah Joe, and the 2 bigs later, which is not a full defense unit, but it's a unit that plays amazing basketball and that can really rebound the ball and be effective there as well. So if Cason starts and assuming that Dub is not available, then you can really start punching defensively and play the turnover card, which again, Lakers had many against the defense that is not bad, not horrible. I think that OKC can be better at that compared to the Rockets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Next question. Can Luka or Dub return during the series? I think that it's feeling more likely that we see Dub during the series than Luka. The reporting from Shams Charania on Luka is that he is week to week. He has that grade 2 hamstring strain that has kept him out. He's at least going to, quote, miss the start of the series against the Thunder. And so it'll be interesting to see if they can get Luka back and what does he look like and how does he fare against this Thunder defense. Jada, we don't have an update on Dub yet. And so I think that we'll see on the injury report tomorrow before the game, kind of what's going to happen with him. I don't know that it's determined either way yet. And so he's week to week as well. He's about at the 2-week mark now. And so could he come back? Yes. Do you want to rush him back? I would not want to. Do you want to see him play in the series? Yes, you do want to see him play in this series. If he's at 100%, you want to see him play in this series. So I do think like that is one of the bigger questions, honestly, because if anybody knows how to play against this Thunder defense, it's Luka Doncic. Now this Thunder team is a lot different than it was a couple years ago whenever they played the Dallas Mavericks. And Luka is obviously not 100% himself. Not that he was 100% in that series, but he was playing and he hasn't played yet. And I don't know where he is health-wise. I don't know where he is. So it's going to be really fascinating to see. And then Dub, lucky for Dub, like they can, even if he is healthy, like they can slowly ramp him up. It doesn't have to be like when Luka comes back, it's like, okay, Luka, please help us against this team. Because
is it though? If you're Luka and if you're the Lakers, suppose that you are 3-0 for the Thunder, are you really coming back?
Probably not.
And Dub the same. Probably Dub, yes. Maybe you play 20 minutes, 15 minutes just to touch the floor before the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
But if you're the Lakers and you have a player that, all the probabilities are that even a miracle will not save you down 3-0, especially since you have 2 games in OKC. And why risking anything? The Lakers, I think, have a summer season to really play maybe the Lego building thing and try to put like a few players in the team that may be able to help Luka, to help Austin Reeves, and to form a team that is not just an afterthought in terms of postseason, but it can be a team that makes some noise. But Luka needs to be 100% healthy. And of course, if you're 1-1, maybe you play game 3. Or if you are 1-2 for the Lakers, then sure, you play. But again, I'm not convinced that we will see Luka in just as a fact, especially if the series is short.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be really fascinating to see what both teams decide to do with these players. Okay, let's take a quick break. When we come back, let's talk about the Lakers turnover problem a little bit more. We'll be right back. And we're back after that quick break. I want to tell you guys about my friends over at Ring Family Dentistry. Ring Family Dentistry takes a straightforward and honest approach to dental care. Drs. Phil and Brennan Ring believe in keeping what's healthy, fixing what's not, and only replacing what truly needs it. No pressure, no upselling, just clear explanations, thoughtful recommendations, and decisions that are always up to you. Ring Family Dentistry is a true family practice with a laid-back vibe, modern tech, and high-quality work, including same-day crowns, even for your front teeth, plus bridges, root canals, clear aligner therapy, all offered in-house. Call to schedule your appointment at 405-621-1555 or make an appointment online at ringfamilydentistry.com. So I mentioned earlier that the Lakers are turning the ball over 17.7 times per game. That's the most in the playoffs so far. This Thunder team thrives off of turnovers. They feed off of it. It gives them power. It's where their defense feeds their offense. And this Lakers team is one that will hand the ball over. That's how the Rockets were in some of those games, because the Rockets certainly weren't scoring in the half court. And so getting points off turnovers was huge for them. So I do think that to me is going to be another one of the bellwethers for this series is can the Lakers control their turnovers enough to stay in these games? Because if it's 20 turnovers a game, like they're toast. Like it's a wrap. You cannot compete with the Thunder team if you're turning it over that much. And so it'll be really, to me, that will be one of like the biggest things to watch for, because I think you can almost like tell me the turnovers and I'll tell you the result, kind of thing.
Yeah.
With this.
Yeah, and I mean, OKC played Phoenix, which is a middle of the pack turnover machine on offense, and they still are generating the second most turnovers in percentage in the entire playoffs at 16.8. The Lakers are terribly turnover prone, reaching 19% in the postseason. If you do that against the Rockets, which again are decent at that, maybe good at that, they are not as great as OKC. So again, we mentioned the turnovers before. I think that there is a great advantage for the Thunder. And if they are able to keep Hartenstein on the court long enough, then you don't really suffer in terms of rebounds. And so, I mean, you may be able to win the possession battle like that. And it's extremely important for the Thunder to do so. Again, I think that Phoenix played them as best as they could, and OKC really didn't have to push all that much in terms of defense and just aggressiveness at the point of attack, especially after game 2. So I really wonder if they are able to push a little bit more. As you mentioned before, you're on national television, you want to annihilate the Lakers. And we'll see. I mean, they will have to adjust the way in which the refs will tolerate OKC style of ball. We'll see that. That is also a very important point. But if they are able to be physical and the Lakers are not taking care of the ball, then this will be very quick series.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the lineups without Luka, with Luka off, everybody else potentially on. The Lakers are on minus 0.6, and they're in the 13th percentile in terms of turnover percentage without Luka. With Luka, they're in the 40th percentile in turnover. So like close, they're not good, but they're closer to the middle of the pack. Without Luka, though, like that's where things get really dicey for them. And throughout the season, they were just not able to get the best ball handling, the best passing. I mean, it's no secret that having Luka Doncic helps you on the court.
Yeah.
One of the best players in the NBA. But when it comes to turnover percentage, this is on cleaning the glass, they go from 30th percentile team to a 13th percentile team in turnover percentage. And so that is scary. Like that to me is like the scariest thing, is like without him, you're going to have to try to take care of the ball. And like the lineups that coughed up the most turnovers for them in the regular season, there's a lineup. None of these played all that much together, so I would take this all with a grain of salt. But like Reeves, LaRavia, Hachimura, Vanderbilt, Ayton. It's like their jumbo lineup basically. No LeBron. 24.6 turnover percentage. That is
nice.
Terrifying. Reeves, this is a lineup that we might see. Reeves, Smart, LeBron, Vanderbilt, Ayton. 21.3%.
Wow.
Like terrifying. Now, if you put Luke Kennard in there with LaRavia and Hachimura, LeBron, and Jackson Hayes, it's a 9% turnover percentage, which is quite good.
Yeah, that's very, very good.
This is a lineup that we will certainly see. This is terrifying. This is in limited possessions, only in 31 possessions. So again, grain of salt. But Reeves, Smart, LaRavia, LeBron, Ayton. You think like, oh, that might be one of their more competent lineups. 32.3% for turnovers.
Yeah.
Like you can't survive. You just cannot survive like that. So I do think that especially without Luka, they've been bad. They were one of the worst teams in the NBA as far as turnovers go without Luka out there. And now you're playing against a team that again feeds off of turnovers. It's what fuels this team. So I do think that is like one of the biggest things that could really just tell you where this series goes. Okay, question number 6. how does AJ Mitchell continue to progress? I think that AJ is, some people will call him an X factor. I don't know if he's an X factor. I just think he's going to be a factor. I don't know that I think that he's just going to be a guy that is going to impact the series. I mean, you look at the first round series, he took the second most shots on the team per game at 13.8. Now he played 4 games. And you had the one game where he took 20 shots. And so that's going to swing things his way quite a bit. But he's a guy that in the first round averaged 15 points, 5 boards, 3.8 assists per game with a steal. He got to the line 3 times a game. He didn't shoot it particularly well from all places on the court. Did shoot it pretty well from 3 at 45%. And so I'm really intrigued to see what does AJ Mitchell look like as he continues to progress, throughout the playoffs, because AJ is, without a doubt, especially without Dub, one of the more important players on the Thunder.
How does he progress? I think that the 2 most important things in this series are rim pressure and ability to knock down threes. It's very simple for AJ, but I mean, we mentioned it before when we were discussing how the Lakers will guard Shai. I think that one way you do it is to pack the paint, and you pack the paint also against a guy like AJ Mitchell. Is he able to not allowing you to do so? And for Shai is the same, by the way. So I think that for AJ, putting pressure at the rim and just being functional as a secondary ball handler alongside Shai, as much as it will be as first ball handler when Shai sits, then, I mean, it's just a natural progression for what we saw in the Phoenix series. If he plays as good, this is just progression because he's consistently playing at a level that last year was not there for him. So to me, first level grow is, hey, he's replicating what he was able to do against Phoenix. If he improves in terms of volume and percentage, then that is important. Now, he had his moments defensively against Phoenix. I think that there was more good than bad for sure. He also had a few moments guarding good players like Brooks and Green, and sometimes others where he was not perfect. So I wonder if defensively, if you have Kennard and Austin Reeves, and it's not Cason Wallace time, how he impacts defense. Can he stay in front? Can he avoid having either Kennard or Reeves just going off? Because that is something that is problematic with the Lakers. If you have a guy starting to go off, then you might lose 1 or 2 games just because of 3-point variance. I'm not sure if that is enough, but you still are allowing a team to bank on threes and make it a game.
Yeah, I wonder if AJ just takes a lot of really tough shots on his drives.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wonder, I don't know if he can progress now, but I just wonder as he becomes just a better player in general, if he getting to the hoop and finding more openings as he gets to the hoop, or trying to manipulate the defense in different ways, because he often will get there and he'll just crash, which is, I think, part of the reason why he's had so many injuries is he could be a little bit reckless with his body at times, especially on the drive. And so I think shot selection as he drives, because he's a good finisher. Some of the numbers would make you believe he's not, but when you look at the quality of shots that he's getting, it's you can tell okay, he's a good finisher. It's just he needs to select the correct ones or manipulate the defense differently than he has been. So that to me is
you're suggesting he becomes a grifter like Shai?
That would be awesome. God, that would rock. I would love
that. Yeah. I mean,
let's grift.
Generating fouls at the rim is something that he's getting better at. Him and J-Dub had good moments as of late in the season. I just hope that J-Dub comes back. I think that him and AJ, the chemistry between him and AJ is important. And they had moments in game 1 and 2 with Phoenix that were just insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be great to have this team at full strength. But yeah, AJ's progress is going to be significant. And then, like, I think he's a good defender. I talked about this, on previous shows, but I think he's an underrated defender. I think he has been throughout the draft process. I think that he was underrated as a defender. And, Lou told me that he came to the Thunder as a pretty good defender already. And so, like, just getting more reps is going to help. Also, like, how does he shoot off ball? Because that's not really been one of his strengths.
Yeah.
And so he's a good at attacking off of, like, off a pump fake and drive, but like just his like straight up ability to be a spacer is not really one of his strengths at this point in his career. And so if he can do that, then like that's a game changer. Now, because of his injuries, he's kind of been all over the place, and so it's hard to know like what to do with some of his samples that we've seen. But to me, that's another big one, is like, can he progress as not only a finisher but as a spacer for the offense? Because that's supposed to be an added benefit to putting him in the starting lineup, is that he can shoot it, and I believe he's a good shooter, but he hasn't really displayed that if you look at the numbers up until this point in his career.
Yeah, and taking many is as important, as we mentioned many times, as hitting them. I think that one way in which he can grow is learn from Isaiah Joe and others to make yourself available for threes. Not tough threes. I'm searching for words here. Just moving around and like having defense, like force defense to pay attention to you. Because if you stay still, yes, from the corners that works if you have a certain kind of attack. But if you are a guy that, yes, can take a three, but can generate offense from a closeout situation, which AJ surely can, the more you move around, the more you're able to generate motion, the better shots you take, and the more you have the defense work. I mean, this is something that Isaiah Joe is improving a lot. And I hope for Isaiah that the series against the Lakers is another, like, stocking up another set of games in the postseason, because he clearly deserves it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next question. How did the Lakers shoot it from three? So they, volume-wise...
is the answer.
Well, they had the lowest three-point attempts per game in round one of anybody, 25.5 per game. They shot 38% on those, which is good. And you look at the guys that did shoot it well, especially guys from the corner. So this is corner three-point shooters, which the Thunder allowed the most corner threes in the NBA. That's always been kind of a weakness of theirs. We certainly saw it with PJ Washington.
A weakness.
Yeah. Yes, more of a choice. Yeah, every time I ask Mark about it, he's like, we don't want to give them up, but we'd rather not have teams score at the rim. And we want to take away other things. And so as a byproduct, they give up corner threes. So Luke Kennard, 46% on 0.9 attempts per game. Rui Hachimura, that I mentioned earlier, 42.3% on 1.6 corner threes per game. That's pretty significant. Austin Reed, 41.3% on 0.9%. So like basically one per game. And then Marcus Smart, 1.5 attempts, 40%. So those are the guys to watch out for that are good from the corners: Kennard, Rui, Reeves, Marcus Smart. The ones that I think the Thunder, if they're sitting in the corner, the Thunder will dare them to shoot are the following players: Jared Vanderbilt, who takes 1.5 per game at 31%. That's really bad.
Jake LaRavia,
even worse, 27% at 1.5. LeBron James, 28.6% from the corners. He's only taken about one. Bronny is shooting 25%. I don't think we'll see Bronny in this series, but maybe a little bit. They'll let him shoot it. And then if Luka does return, Luka, who does not take corner threes, he's the one who creates corner threes, but he's only shooting 17% from corner. So there's a group that you like need to recover to, and then there's a group that you need to test. And sometimes it's kind of some mental games with these teams to just like leave guys, like the Chris Paul, like completely turn around and like disrespect Andre Robertson type of deal. So I do think this will be interesting to see, because again, like the Lakers, if they want to survive or win any of these games, it's going to be on hot shooting from three. I don't think they'll score well at the rim, and then it's going to be Austin and LeBron, being, at the top of their game essentially.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of volume against OKC, they will probably be forced in taking more.
Yeah,
because I mean, you don't have Şengün down there, so I'm sure that the defense at the rim for OKC will be better. I'm not sure that the Lakers really want to play a lot in the mid range, and so therefore I think that they will have to take more threes in order just to jack up shots. So how well they will shoot it, some part of it you already touched on. I think that OKC has to be very disciplined early on in every single game. Just not allow very good shots for guys, even for guys that you normally will say, okay, I wouldn't be comfortable like allowing the Jake LaRavia game. Sure, you can cheat on him more than others, but try to do it in a systematic way. Like, not show some defense, not all the way, and just and then the more he misses, the more you can the more you can play him. So again, I would be a little bit. I mean, let's try not to have them wide open at all times, just because the percentage say so. Yeah. And not be afraid about like Smart and others just because the numbers say so. I think that you need to play your principle. You need to be very aggressive on ball and try not to have LeBron James just murder you with passes that lead to open threes. That is something that I don't think that OKC has to do. Just play him one-on-one and see what happens. I mean, maybe they will try even chat on him and allow LeBron James to take as many mid-range shots as he wants. They did it with Brooks. That led to points for the Suns, but not really sustained offense. Yeah. So that is also something else that I want to see if OKC tries or not. Just again, switch and allow Chet to be effective there.
That's a very measured response, Michele. I think that's good. I think that makes sense. Okay, next question. Who steps up offensively for the Thunder among the Cason Wallace, Isaiah Joe, Hart, Dort group? Is going to be fascinating. And now it's probably going to depend game to game, but like we all know that those four plus a few others will kind of ebb and flow. Like there will be games where Cason Wallace scores 2 points. There'll be games where he has 15. Same for Isaiah Joe. We could probably throw Aaron Wiggins into this group as well. I don't know how much run Wiggs will get, but he started to play more when Dub went out. And so with Dub out, we'll probably see Aaron Wiggins. So we can throw Aaron Wiggins into this group. I'm still a believer in Aaron Wiggins. I still think like he's a guy that's going to be someone who sticks around the NBA for a long time and plays a big role. He just plays for the deepest team in the NBA. So I am really curious to see like how those guys step up. I really, you mentioned it earlier, I just want to see Isaiah Joe just have like a hot series where he's taking 6 or 7 threes a game and making 40% or more on those threes, and he's generating tons of looks, and he's getting his athleticism into the game in different ways like he had throughout the regular season. Like that's what I want to see from Isaiah Joe. Like these other guys can, like Cason, Hart, Dort, the other guys that I mentioned are going to have an impact on the series, period, because they're going to bring it defensively. Yeah. Not that Joe can't do that. Actually, he can't do that. He'll even tell you probably can't impact the game defensively like these guys. But Isaiah,
no, like these guys, no.
Isaiah can do something these guys can't. And so offensively, what do we get from this group is going to be fascinating to me. And one of like my questions heading into the series is like, how do these guys play? You could even see a game where all four of these guys kind of go off. But that's certainly one of the questions I have for the Thunder.
Would you be extremely afraid to have Isaiah Joe guarding Jake LaRavia, Marcus Smart, Rui Hachimura, Bronny James? This list of player.
No.
Then you can have him in Oldheims on the court.
Yeah.
I know that Isaiah Joe will be put in pick and rolls. That is something that will happen, especially with LeBron James. But again, if you're able to play defense in such a way where as soon as Isaiah Joe is put on LeBron James, you have a way of just playing defense in such a way that you leave Smart open or the guy that Joe was guarding semi-open, then you may be able to just play your cards anyway. So I'm with you. I really hope that Isaiah Joe has a good series, mainly because Isaiah Joe needs to be relevant in these playoffs. I think that the Spurs are a great team, and you need to space them out more than you need the Lakers. I don't think that if Isaiah Joe hits like 0 threes in the series against the Lakers, that OKC will lose because of that. Against the Spurs, that is a no-no. So I really think that Isaiah Joe needs to be productive, needs to be playable for the entire Lakers series to have like a boost towards if OKC is able to, of course, to get to the conference finals in a different state of mind, especially because if he has like 2-3 games where he just goes off and with the second unit with Shea on the court late in the first quarter, you have these runs and Isaiah Joe is part of it. This is what I want to see.
Yeah, same here. We can mention Jared McCain in this group as well, who can come in and who can light it up, and we'll probably get a chance in this series as well.
So OKC will go 10 deep.
Maybe
and Kenny will play.
I'd love to see Kenny play. Would love to see Kenrich get in the game. I think that I've not really understood it in the past. Like guys like Gordon Hayward played over Kenrich in the past. I don't know if that was injury related or not, but I took that personally, I think, whenever they didn't put Kenny in. Okay, question number 9. We're almost done here. Can DeAndre Ayton do anything against this Thunder team?
That's a hard one. Sure, he can do stuff. Not sure how effective he can be. I mean, he was not super duper effective against the Rockets either. I mean, he had moments, but I mean, he was not like super dominant. It was not dominating. So I really wonder with a defender like Hart, like what is the impact of Ayton? He may play some pick and roll, but again, if you're the Lakers, is it really what you want to do? Just playing straight up pick and roll between Ayton and LeBron James? I don't think so. So with Luka, yes, you can do that because he can pull up from 3. With LeBron, I mean, probably just guard in like you drop a little bit and dare LeBron to shoot. So I'm not sure how Ayton can get like a free lane to the basket.
Yeah. I was looking at some of the numbers based on the way the Thunder defended the Lakers, and like the more they played the Lakers with Ayton this year, the more they went into drop. Like they played like the least amount of drop to start the season, and then as the season went on, they played more and more drop against Ayton. He averaged single against the Thunder. He had one game where he had 10 rebounds. He did not play well. He was largely just taken out of the game. And so I think the Thunder have kind of learned the ways to just remove him from the contest. I also just like wonder about throwing out lineups with just Chet against him and stretching him out defensively too, and allowing the Thunder to have more driving lanes. Not that he's like some great rim defender, but he's the best that they have, like him or Jackson Hayes at this point. But I would still probably favor Ayton. But if they can stretch Ayton out a little bit, or you make Ayton play against Dort or whatever, like you can just really kind of mess everything up for the Lakers with that kind of lineup too. So I'm really fascinated because I do think like Chet, especially with Dub out, if Dub is out, then I think that we'll see, Chet continue to play a bigger role on this team. And, thank goodness for Chet's like competitive nature is not like individualistic. It's like for the team to win. And that means he'll take whatever role that he gets. But they can't forget about him because he's a massive weapon for them.
Yeah, any in a very relaxed way put up good numbers against Phoenix.
Yeah.
He was not really sweating too much.
No. And this will be different. They have more size than Phoenix did. Phoenix was really small. They had better perimeter defenders. Phoenix did, but they were so small. And so this will be a different animal.
It will be different. Yes.
But worse in some ways, and like the opponent's worse in some ways and better in others.
Yeah.
And so I think that we'll find out a lot there. Okay. Final question, Michele. Who wins the series and in how many games? What's your pick?
I have basically two options here. It's either a gentleman sweep or a sweep.
Yeah.
I'll bet for a sweep.
Yeah.
I think that OKC is very good. It's just very, very good.
Yeah.
And the Lakers, if Luka can't come back before game 3, they looked tired. Very tired against Houston.
Yeah.
And obviously did not look bothered by the first round series.
Nope. And like I mentioned, the schedule is unforgiving as you like going. Like essentially like the Lakers, even if this is going to be a gentleman's sweep, they need to win tomorrow, basically. Like in my opinion.
I mean, they can win game 4 because OKC somehow takes one game off.
It's just going to get harder when you have a 41-year-old LeBron James. Like it's just going to get harder for them to be able to bring it. And if
they need to win, I understand. Yeah,
I mean, they could win any of these games. I don't want to act like it's game 1 or nothing, but like I think that it's their best chance is like to basically just like sneak up on the Thunder. So I do think like that matters. I'll pick the Thunder in 5. I think that the Lakers could have a game. You could have like a big LeBron game. You could have a big 3-point shooting game from this Lakers team, but I think this will be a comfortable series for the Thunder. It'll be a lot easier to pick them in 5 if we know that Luka comes back in the next couple games. I think then I would feel very comfortable picking them in 5. So that's all kind of hedge there. We also don't know exactly what Dub status is. I don't think it matters. I think it matters more for the conference finals and just getting him ramped up for the conference finals more than anything. But I'll say Thunder in 5 against the Lakers, and they're back in the Western Conference Finals in no time. Also, it's just fun to cover a game 5. That's all.
Yeah,
it's a little selfish on my part.
Yeah, you can watch one more game.
Yeah, it's fun to watch the Thunder play basketball. Turns out,
I miss them in these days.
I know. Okay. Do you want to stick around to answer some questions, or do you need to go?
I can stay around for 2.5 questions.
Okay. Before we get to those questions, I do want to tell you about there's an event happening before the game tomorrow here in OKC. So if you're going to the game, or you don't even have to be going to the game, it's a free event. It's downtown OKC. You may have seen some of this. I put this on Twitter. Nick Gallo and Paris Lawson have been tweeting about it. But there's an AT&T dunk bus tomorrow. It'll be here Tuesday and Thursday. I'll be there certainly tomorrow with my family, maybe a little bit for game 2. We had a listener loyal listener, my name is _Kaylee, asked if I'd be doing the interview at the Dunk Bus. It's a good idea. I might be doing that. It's on 626 West Main Street. It's this like giant bus that it's right by the Big Shea mural. So it's like a very fun like photo op in general, but they have like adjustable rims. There's going to potentially be NBA legends there. At the Dunk Bus, they're gonna have some like cool merch, and they're going to have like NBA 2K and all this stuff. So if you're downtown and you're want to do something before the game, come check it out. I'll be there tomorrow for a little while. So come check out the Dunk Bus. I'll have Down to Dunk stickers to stick with the dunk theme. So come check it out, the ATT Dunk Bus, from 5 to 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Again, that is at 626 West Main Street. So this is Tuesday and Thursday of this week. That's May 5th, which is your birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Michele. And the 7th. Okay. All right. Let's answer some Twitter questions from our lovely listeners. Did you see Ant's going to play? Or he's, quote unquote, expected to play tonight?
That is extremely good for OKC.
Yeah.
I just not for OKC in general. This is very good for the league.
Yes.
The T-Wolves. I mean, I watched part of that series. The Nuggets were just a disgrace.
That's so bad.
I mean, they played hard. The T-Wolves played hard.
Yeah.
McDaniels played like he was a star. So did Shannon Jr. I mean, that was...
Yeah, they did.
And something that I want to say before the series starts. I mean, I'm so interested about watching Rudy guarding Wemby.
Mm-hmm.
That is something. I mean, the T-Wolves have multiple players that they can try to put on Wemby. They can do it with Gobert, and that is fine. And they can try to put Randall to just have Gobert closer to the rim and still having a big guy per se, and maybe hiding Gobert on Castle and see what happens. Or they can do kind of the same, but having McDaniels there. I'm not sure they would do it because McDaniels is so versatile that he can guard many players. You can potentially put him on, even on Fox, just to show him like a lot of length. So I'm extremely curious because, I mean, if having Gobert there works because he just dares Wemby to do stuff that he's not comfortable with, then that is a blueprint for OKC, because OKC has basically like versions of what the T-Wolves have in terms of defenders. Not the exact same version. I mean, Chet is not Rudy Gobert. The Dub is not Jaden McDaniels, but they can replicate part of it. They can have Jay Will instead of Randall guarding Wemby, if that works. Or having Hartenstein. So I'm really, really curious about that.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be fascinating. First question from Matt Sooner Magic. If the Nuggets shake things up and make Gordon available, would you be interested? He's got like 3 years, $100 million that kicks in next year. It's a lot, but if you super load manage Gordon in the playoffs, it seems like game over for the Thunder. I don't know. I love Gordon for us so much. Yeah, I just don't think that you like. What do you trade to them that they would agree to it? Like, are you like
that is
trade Jason Wallace? Like, what do you do?
You can give them their future back.
Yeah, you could give them their picks back,
and you can give them Case and Wallace.
Yeah. That's a lot to give. That's a lot to give for Aaron Gordon.
No, I'm not suggesting you give all of that. I'm just saying we have things that they may want. You can arrive money wise probably with Topic, Wiggs, and you need something else.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you do that?
I mean, if Hart stays, then I don't like the fit.
Yeah, I
If
just don't know
Hart,
how you can. I don't know how you can do it. Like, I don't know financially how you could justify it.
if you put Hart in the
It would be
deal, then
really
you can
tough.
easily do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's yeah.
Wiggins and Hart probably gets you there.
Yeah, I mean that'll get you there. I mean, you have Hart opt into his deal. I'm not doing that though.
Suppose that Hart says,
Aaron,
"Okay, I want to go. I will not ever sign here. Never. Just money are not important.
With
I
the
want
winner?
to be. I want to be somewhere else. So it's just 1 year rental. I'm telling you before because I like what we've done here. Just get me out.
Okay,
Same as Chris Paul.
get me out.
Same thing. Get me out. So in that case, a starting unit of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, AJ Mitchell, Dub, Gordon, and Chet is pretty insane. That is pretty insane.
It is, but like we're talking about a guy who just has not been able to stay healthy
In Denver. But yes. And throughout his entire career. That is risky, yes.
Yeah, I would not do that. I would not do that. But it is interesting to think about it. But
probably me neither. If you have to choice, I mean, you have a lot of assets. There's plenty of healthy guys that can give you some of the things that Gordon give you.
Yeah. At Asher_Hillhouse. Who do you think will come out of the East now that Boston is out?
New York.
Yeah, the Knicks are my answer as well. I think that's the answer that makes the most sense.
But if you can guarantee me now that the starting unit of the Sixers are going to be extremely healthy throughout, they have a chance.
Oh my gosh, that would be so
alas,
funny.
that is not something that you can guarantee.
Oh, you get the McCain Bowl. You get the McCain Bowl in the finals, where you just play Jared McCain as much as possible just to rub it in their face. Be like, you could have had this guy. He could have been on your team. He could have been the one.
He would have been good, by the way.
For the Sixers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you kidding?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he's awesome.
I'm just stating the obvious here, but yeah, I want to say it. He did not sell high on McCain. He sell probably slightly below proper value.
Yeah. At Bring Back Woj, is this going to be less competitive than the Sun series? We'll let you go on this one, Michele, because I've kept you too long.
No, that's right. I'm answering this one. I kind of have I watched them play. They were playing a horrible team in Houston, like completely unorganized, like doing very bad things in terms of lineups and also effort and also Şengün plays. They didn't play as hard. They didn't play with heart. The Rockets didn't for the part that I watched, at least. So my thinking of being a sweep is that to a certain degree, the Lakers have a much, much better player in LeBron James than probably anybody who wears a Phoenix shirt. But if they are able to limit him, they have nothing. And so in certain sense, yes, if Dort plays the series of his life defensive, not even the series of his life, a very good series, I think that OKC can have, if they play hard enough, as easy as a series than the one that they just had against Phoenix.
Yeah, I think it'll be more competitive. Obviously, I picked them to be in 5, but we'll see. It's possible that it is less competitive just because that Suns team bring it. If they're going to do something, like we know that's true.
And they were a hot 3-point shooting team in terms of volumes, which the Lakers are not. And they are not a team that turns it over.
Yeah.
And they didn't turn it over too much.
There's a lot of evidence that says that what this question is that it will be less competitive. There's
it is a homework question. This is not a homework question. This is, can it be? Sure, it can.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not like, it can be more competitive, sure. But also.
I mean, they beat them by 29 points on average this season.
that I'm not factoring in it.
No, I don't either. But it is like the biggest margin for a second round series in the history since they've been tracking it in the history of the NBA. So it's like, it is like not a crazy question at all.
No, it's not.
I just kind of hope it's competitive. Like I do think that I don't.
Do you?
In like that it's like a 5-game series. Yeah, I do.
Can we have just 4 competitive quarters in total? 8?
Yeah, can we get 6 competitive quarters?
6 is fine.
Yeah, how many competitive quarters do we get? Maybe that should have been one of the burning.
Against Phoenix, we had 3 or 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Less than 1 a game.
Yes, certainly. We'll see. Maybe we'll get 6 competitive quarters out of this one.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right, Michele. I'll continue.
Big hugs to the entire family. Amy especially. I meshed Amy especially. It becomes Emily. Okay. It's late.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll
talk to you. We'll talk soon.
All right. Thanks, Michele.
Bye.
All right. Next question comes from Sooner Sensei. Ask Sooner Sensei. With no dub, so you match LeBron's minutes with Dort. If not, does Caruso draw that assignment? Yeah, I think they'll throw Caruso on him. I think they'll give Chet that assignment. We talked about that a little bit, but yeah. Floppy Dagnuts wants to know, how are we going to stay up late enough to finish these games? # dad problems. It's the struggle is going to be real, y'all, here in OKC. There's going to be a lot of tired Thunder fans in OKC. They should make these like national holidays, like where everybody gets to go to work at like 8 o'clock, or 9 o'clock. So yeah, start school late, start work late. Everybody just gets to just have some time, because that's what we need, because sleep will be stolen from us this week. There's no question. Let's see. At Cheddar Brooks. That does remind me, Scott Brooks is on the Lakers staff, which is just kind of fun. That's just kind of fun. Cheddar Brooks, if J-Dub is 100% healthy today, would you want him to play tomorrow or give him a few more days? If he's 100% healthy, which means that there's no injury whatsoever, I'd want him to play. You can ease him back into it. That's what I would want to do. W Blaine 2425, given the familiarity that Caruso has with LeBron / the Lakers, do you think Caruso has a chance to be the primary defender on LeBron for the series? He won't be, because he won't play enough minutes to be the primary defender, but will he defend LeBron? I would guess yes. Sonics Thunder 013, who is going to guard LeBron if Dub doesn't play? I've answered this question many times. Also, if we give up a Braun to Bronny lob slam, should we forfeit the series because we clearly don't deserve to win if we let this happen? Yeah. Keep that lob slam under wraps, Thunder, please. Let's see. Austin Walsh. What are some rotations outside of the starting lineup that you think will be important for this series? I do think having these lineups, especially with Reeves and LeBron out there at once, that have, we talked about this a little bit too, but Dort and Kaysen, or Dort, you can even put Dort and Caruso out there together. I think like those will be pretty important. I also want to see them stretch the floor with Chet and even with Jay Will as well. I think Jay will get a chance to play against this Lakers team. I think he can function at a high level. And like, if you can pull Jackson Hayes away from the rim, like what does he do now? What is he effective at? So like, I think that whenever Jackson's in the game, if you have like Jay Will and you have Isaiah Joe, I'd love to see them kind of go back to like the like Jay Will, Isaiah Joe, Jared McCain, AJ Mitchell lineups. They haven't really done that in the playoffs, but they did that some in the regular season, and those lineups just absolutely shredded. I'd love to see them do that against like a Jackson Hayes group. And I don't know that anybody in the Lakers can really punish them that much offensively, especially if LeBron is sitting during those minutes, where you just throw those guys out there and have them just shred offensively. Like I would love to see that, because then like where do you hide Jackson Hayes at that point? Like you can remove him from the series, and they'll have to try Kleba, and Kleba's not ready to play. Like I don't know. So there's a lot there. Top Gommer 77. I feel confident this playoffs, judging by how regular season results are proving to matter less. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in a championship win? I mean, probably like a 7, I would say, or an 8. I'm probably closer to an 8 than a 6. It's like 7.6, 7.7, I would say. Today, I feel pretty confident. If we learned anything last year during the playoffs, though, is that like the playoffs can humble you. We're only through round 1. And like you look at how you felt about the Thunder after round 1 last year, felt pretty good. Even going into a series with Denver, it felt pretty good. I think I said the Thunder would win in 5. They did not. It took 7. I think I said they would win in 5 against the Pacers. They did not. They won in 7. And so like we also have to like take that medicine as well, knowing that like the playoffs don't always go as planned. S.S. Bittle, with how these playoffs are shaping up, how likely are we to see this OKC team steamroll through the remainder of the playoffs? It's certainly possible, because I do think this is a historic team that we're watching. Now, again, we saw them. It really just depends on their shooting. That was the only thing last year that really kept them out of games, was their shooting. And so if they can shoot it well, and like you can say that like Dub comes back and he and Chet and Shea shoot it well from 3, and we have the regular season Isaiah Joe, yeah, they could do it. They could do it. But I predict it? Probably not. Probably not. Last question from @T_Neil. My guy, Tyler Neal. Shout out to Tyler Neal. Go support all of Tyler's work. Does podcasts. He's on the radio here on the franchise. Just go support my guy, Tyler. How do the T-Wolves not beat Spurs in 6? Back-to-back Western Conference Finals appearances, and more importantly, a newfound mentality through the staff and roster. It seems that it has put the front runner attitude in the rearview mirror. It was impressive to see what they did in round 1 against the Nuggets. And is it impossible that they beat this Spurs team? No. Ant is going to try to play tonight. I will be fascinated to see how he looks. I'm extremely skeptical about how he'll look tonight, but fascinated. And so that to me will be one of the biggest things, is like, can he play at any level? Can he compete at a high level? If he competes at a high level, they absolutely have a chance in this series, because we've seen Jaden McDaniels take a step up, and his confidence is like through the roof. So that will be really interesting to see. And then Rudy's played really well. He's at the top of his game right now. And so I would not count them out. I will pick the Spurs, but I will not count the Wolves out. Okay. I look forward to watching this game tomorrow night. Love being in the arena. If you see me, I'm going to try to put a big stack of Down to Dunk stickers in my back pocket. Come by, ask me for a sticker. Don't be shy to ask for a sticker. I'll be glad to spread the Down to Dunk love. I appreciate you guys more than you know. We put the shirts on our page for Down to Dunk. Let me see if I can find down-to-dunk my Shopify, we made these A-Team shirts to support Amy. All the proceeds go to help us pay medical bills for her breast cancer. It'd be much appreciated, and you can support her. You can also order the My Wife shirts, still there. You can order any of the shirts that are there, but those two will go to support Amy and support us. Somehow my Venmo got out. Not somehow. I posted it. Somebody asked for it. I posted it on Twitter and just was posting it for that person, but people have been super generous. It's always overwhelming to just have community just wrap their arms around us, and we love you guys and we appreciate you. She had her 4th chemo treatment Friday, and rough weekend, but today she feels good, and we are grateful beyond belief for that. Grateful to my friend Dr. Dan Morris for helping us out today too. So just feeling a lot of gratitude today. So Lauren Suarez in the chat, what section are you in? Down, I'll either be at the corner of 108, which is where I've been most of the regular season, or if they have a spot for me at the scorers table, I'll be there. When I do the video, maybe I'll tweet what section I'll be in to do the video, but I'll be like around the concourse as well. So would love to meet any dunkers. You guys mean a ton to me. And so love meeting you guys, and love giving you stickers, and love getting to see you guys. So hope everybody's doing great, and we will talk to you guys again on Wednesday.
Hunt to the